Hey guys, it has been another pretty good day. Didn't have many kids, but by the end of the day my back's kind of hurting a bit. I had another bit of just a little tiny bit of cramping, not as much as I did yesterday, but with everything happened this morning. If you follow me on Instagram, I put up a post just saying I was like awake just after 3 in the morning. Couldn't get back to sleep. So like 5 o'clock, I put on some laundry and ended up making a cup of tea, sitting down and just doing a devotion and getting my head right. I guess I've just been a little extra. It started off, I guess, a little bit anxious, but not like super anxious. It's more just, I don't know, I started thinking about the what if it doesn't. But we could what if all day long, and that doesn't really do a whole lot of good. So I needed to reset my focus on the promise God gave me, and yeah, not to worry, not to be anxious. There's no need for it. God knew everything that was going to be happening, including us going away. At about 3:30, I made a decision that, because I prayed, but that wasn't really, it made me feel a little bit better, but it wasn't quite like, I was still just mulling things over and over and over and over in my head. And so I decided, sorry, that's hurting. I made the decision to take the risk of going on Pinterest and possibly going down the rabbit hole at 3:30 a.m. or whatever. But it was actually good. I have a Feeling Hopeful private board. And one of the things I was pinning, or one of the things I had pinned, has been exactly what is happening after a day 3 or a day 5 embryo. And so I kind of went through like, okay, day 3, what happened on day 1? And I was like, the first thing it said is a 6 up to 8 cell embryo. And I guess I'll have to go into more detail about what actually happened when we had our transfer. But it was like a whirlwind. I was literally in and out in like 2 minutes, and that included getting my pants on and off. It was nothing like the one I had done before. It felt quite impersonal, and just nothing was how I thought it was going to go. And so I guess in my mind I was like, oh, it really should be like at least 8 cells, and we didn't get 2 embryos, we only got 1, and it was only a 6 cell. And like, you know, I started, I guess, not doubting, but I was already downplaying it already. And that was really, I guess, weighing on me after now. That was Monday, this morning's Thursday. So to see that on my Feeling Hopeful board before I really knew about this transfer, it was like, no, 6 cells is like good, it's normal. And I have to keep reminding myself, everyone's journey is that little bit different, and my pregnancy isn't going to look the same as someone else's pregnancy, and all that kind of stuff. So then it was saying that pretty much the earliest I could be doing implantation was yesterday. And I was like, well, that was on par with the cramping I was feeling, and the little bit extra cramping today is, it should be bearing its way a bit deeper into the tissue, and then I believe by Saturday it should be fully hatched and embedded and starting to make an embryo sac. So I guess now I can visualize it in my head better. It's easier for me to stay positive, because I'm like, okay, little embryo, this is what you're doing. And all right, when I'm praying, it's like, all right, nestle in there and get comfortable. And rather than it just being kind of some theoretical, well, it's doing something and I know it's not attaching in my body the moment the embryo gets put in. Like, I think a lot of people just assume, oh, it's in, so that's good, right? And like, no, it's still, unless you've had embryonic glue or something like that, it still moves around a little bit in your body until it finds a great place to nestle in. And of course, our only other embryo transfer, not last round, but the round before, round 2, we did not carry to full term. I miscarried right before the pregnancy test. So I guess that was in the back of my mind. And what I have worked out is that this month, about this time, our baby would have been due. So unknowingly, I think that was also playing on my mind a little bit. So today felt good because, like, yeah, I didn't sleep this morning, but after doing my devotion, my head, my heart all just started to line up with God more, and I felt more centered, more myself. I was happy and more involved with the kids at daycare, and just, yeah, I felt good. Like I said, my back's a bit tired. And I get home. Chad left for work today. He should be back on Monday morning. But I get home and Chloe has taken my heat packs off the counter in the kitchen, pulled it into her kennel, and she's ripped the bag open. So now there's like the beans everywhere. So I'm gonna have to go clean that up. Other little symptoms, which are probably just the hormones kicking in, that I'm taking the progesterone, and so my estrogen levels are probably spiking and all the rest of it. But hopefully it means they're doing what they're supposed to do, which is enough to support our baby's growth. But I, for dinner, really felt like fried rice. Not sure exactly if craving is the right word, because I think it's way too early for that, but I just really felt like fried rice and something fairly simple. So I picked some up, knowing Chad wasn't going to be here, and I get it in the car and I'm like, oh, it kind of has a funky smell. I went next door while it was being made, and it was like a little Chinese grocer, and I felt like I was going to gag. Just the different myriad of smells that were in there, just as like, and I get a bit nose sensitive just before my cycle anyway, but this was like, whoo, like next level stuff. So yeah, definitely the sensitive smell. Even when I got home, I realized it wasn't my food that was smelling in the car. It was almost like the box it was in had a smell. So I had to put my food in a bowl. So I've eaten a little bit just so I can take my pill. This one is the prednisol that I'm taking twice a day, but you got to have this one with food. I had it on an empty stomach this morning, knowing that I was going to be eating in 5 minutes, and that did make me feel pretty queasy. So all in all, I feel like I'm feeling pretty good. I'm excited. I actually feel excited. Like I'm having to pause and stop. Oh, more tears in the car. Every time I listen to either a podcast or the radio, or it's not even like bad, sad news. It's just like average news or exciting news, and I just start crying or like tearing up, and I'm like, okay, just breathe. So that's pretty strong right now, and that's probably just going to amp up for the next little bit. But I'm trying to just enjoy every little symptom and sign I can, staying as hopeful and positive and faith-filled as I can. And if you're doing this journey alongside us or about to embark on it, yeah, I am so desperately praying for you. I have been, I guess, more so on a couple of the other vlogs, blogs, and like Facebook support groups. And just the amount of people that are going through this, it boggles my mind. And to hear people in similar situations or completely different situations, but my heart breaks the same for them. And so I truly have been praying for their miracles, praying for it to work. And something that's come up a couple of times is people having to make the decision, is it time to stop for them? And so just praying that they're not making the decision out of hurt, but out of like a God-directed comfort and finding a peace. And I truly believe that any major decision you make, whether it's to go ahead, to stop, like, do I take the next step? I think if you're like me in some seasons of life, or like a lot of other people I don't know, you're not sure if you have a clear word from God as such. I think a huge telltale sign is, first of all, for me, I just hear maybe not a like, yeah, go for it, this is exactly it. It still feels a bit like, I think I'm doing the right thing. But when it's not the right thing, I feel like a very clear stop, like, do not go any further. So listen for that. And the second thing is, once you've made the decision, instant peace should come. So I am praying instant peace on all of your big decision making right now or this week that's coming up. Know that I truly I love you guys. I am praying for you, and yeah, stick with us as we go through this crazy 2-week wait. We are almost halfway through. Got a couple more days, and yeah, I'm ready. Just got home, my alarm was buzzing, so I raced inside. Ready to do this. Hope your day's been well. Mine was crud. Only thing working with kids, if they get sick, someone potentially has gastro, as in one of the teachers I work with, and this makes me very nervous, especially with everything going on. So I'm trying very hard to stay as healthy as I can. Oh, I will be so glad when the injections are done, but I'm just grateful that I can do them. I'm so gonna get some dinner, sit down, put my feet up, rest my back. It's been a long week. I'll catch you tomorrow. Hey friends, so I'm just getting ready to go to the races with my dad and stepmom, and I'm excited about seeing them and catching up. And I just got a message from my girlfriend in America who just heard the news. I know I'm extra emotional, but knowing I've got friends overseas who will pray out loud in group for our baby to continue to grow and just be healthy is so incredible. It's just very humbling to know the stretch of support we have, and I'm just so grateful that we've made it this far, and I just continue to feel like this is it, and I just have to keep having faith that we're going to have a healthy full-term pregnancy with a healthy baby at the end of it. And this is the first time in a long time I've felt like that. So I'm just trying to enjoy every bit of it, even through the tears, and yeah, just continue to praise God through all of it.
War at the 1250 and Company crew accelerating forward north, round trying to ease both Galley. Regal Council on the 100 takes on drifting love now the
Hey guys, just thought I would do a quick check-in. So it's been a couple days. Today is now Tuesday. Saturday we had the races, which was great, really good catching up with my folks. And then I went home, ended up feeling quite unwell at the end of the night. My stomach was going. I thought maybe I had a food reaction. But one of the girls from work got sent home on Friday being sick. Stomach, possible gastro stuff. And I found out on Monday, one of the other staff had been sick on the weekend as well. So I woke up Sunday, it was really crook again. So it looked like I may have had a mild bout of gastro, which I'm really hoping it was mild enough that it didn't do any damage. At the moment, I am currently 3 weeks pregnant. We are, as of yesterday, we are a day past our day. As of Monday, we are 1 week post-transfer. Been feeling pretty... it's weird saying good, because no, I've been feeling terrible, but I guess feeling good for the pregnancy. So Monday still wasn't feeling great, to be honest. But by the end of the day, I'd perked up and felt all right. My stomach wasn't going, which is why I felt okay to go to work. Otherwise, I would have called out sick, because I don't want to get my kids sick if I did have gastro. And my stomach had been clear since lunchtime the day before. So woke up today, still wasn't feeling great in the morning, but again, by the end of the afternoon, was feeling much better. My back's hurting a little bit, not too bad. So I guess for me at the moment, I'm hoping I just feel like crud for good reasons. I know when you're early pregnant, you can get like colds and stuff a lot. I didn't think gastro was one of those things you got just because you were early pregnant. Anyway, I've been drinking Hydrolyte, which is okay to take while you're pregnant, and just trying to stay hydrated and look after myself. I'm doing my best to listen to my body. Usually I have a lot of extracurricular stuff. I've just had to cancel a lot of things like going to training, because I can't participate in football training. It's just me being there to support the girls, which I hope they know I still am. I'm there supporting them from a distance, but I just have to be listening to my body right now. And it's saying, you're tired, you're a bit worn out, lie down. So I've been trying to do that as much as I can. And just taking it day by day.